God, I love this game. And this is one of those games that taught me how important it is to have good storytelling in your games. I wish this game was real, man. Like, every time I play this game, like, I wish the world was a real game, man. Ooh.
Whoa, this is cool.
Hey! Hey, you! You, the adept rogue! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! So, I take it this is your first time playing this game.
Yeah, I just finished installing it to my PC.
Well, if you wish, we will be honored to show you around.
Huh?
I am sure you would like to become well acquainted as soon as possible.
Just say yes and come along with us. I promise you won't regret it.
I wonder whatever happened to these two.
All right, it is decided then. Here, I'll hand you my member address.
Member addresses are short email addresses that you can only use in the world. Short mail allows you to instantly send and receive messages from any player online in the world.
I wonder
You can only invite
why.
people that you have member addresses for to join into your party.
And I think they are the only
All right,
characters who
so
have
let's
this
open
issue.
the menu.
Or they talk, but it's like very spaced out. I think they're the only characters. I don't remember anyone else having that issue.
This is a list of all the people who have a member address.
Choose our names from the list, then press A. Add Ioten as a member, add Asta as a member.
Okay, let's have some fun.
I am honored to lend you my sword.
Okay, great. Now your party is complete. Remember, you can only invite people logged into the world.
Enough with the formalities. Should we go on to your first adventure?
Adventure! God damn it. Everything reminds me of that video. I'm gonna save over this to make sure I don't accidentally load it. After preparations are complete, use the Chaos Gate to go on to the adventure. Let me talk to this guy real quick. Are you a noob? Hello, nice to meet you. Things I love about online games is getting to meet all sorts of people. When you get an arena, you should try searching for other players. When you get to an area, good things happen if you do. Hey there, nice to meet you. Are you going on an adventure now? I just got back from finishing a mission. Hello there, are you a noob? These days there have been PKers who only go after noobs, so be on your guard. PKers are a shorter way of saying player killers. In other words, players that kill other players. For us, moderates who are just here to have fun, well, they're not much fun to have around. But you can't really blame the PKers themselves. After all, the world allows PKing. Can I talk to you guys? Exchange items with a member of the party. You may be able to get a very good deal depending on the trade. You can also trade with players who are not in your party. Give items you possess to members of your party to give trade equipment. They will immediately put it on. What's wrong? Just do as your heart desires. The size of the world can make a new player feel weak. But there's no need to fear. We're with you. Just be brave and go for it. Isn't it exciting? You get to go places you've never been and meet new people. You really need to be more adventurous when you're starting out. Isn't everything new to you? Isn't it exciting? Most people let that scare them, but you have to act without hesitating. Usually they only have 3 lines of dialogue when you talk to them.
Players can use this to travel from the root town to other locations. Choose Warp menu. In the world, all locations except for root towns, fields, and dungeons are called areas.
You can warp to these areas by combining 3 words at the Chaos Gate.
These words determine the type of area, monster strength, and so on. All right, let's try out the word selection. Choose area word from the menu. This is where you input the words.
Daydream.
The thing at the top is the word plate. You combine the 3 words in here to create the area you want to go. The gyro at the left of the screen shows your current stock of words. You can get more words by getting information from other players, emails, and forums. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Let's start with the first word. Choose courageous from your stock.
They have 1. Yeah, courageous, engaging, daydream.
Okay, now you can go to your first area. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. See the mark left of the area word? That's a server symbol. It indicates the server you're currently in. Right now, it's showing triangle for Delta. So, as you can see, we are all in the Delta server.
If it's a different server, you'll go to another area even with the same area word. Pay attention to the server symbol when invited to an area by a friend.
If you want to know more, just check out some of the forums. All right, then we're off to Delta Courageous Engaging Daydream.
See the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
So, we've all been transported to a field.
Open your map to take a look at the layout.
I am pressing it. Oh, I have to wait for the cutscene to be open.
This is the area map. Use this screen to check current position, mission info, and any other information you may need.
First, let's take a look at your mission. Go ahead and press the A button.
This is our mission.
Select the number of symbol fragments required for this area. Currently in possession, 0 out of 3.
Missions are basically, well, I guess they're sort of like our objective for the area. It looks like this is a collection mission.
We must collect 3 symbol fragments and make our way to the Beast Temple.
The symbol fragments are in treasure chests found on the altars. The altars are protected by monsters, so the only options are to open the treasure without being seen. Or defeat the monsters first, then open the treasure.
These are the altar icons. I suggest we first head to each of these icons and open the treasure chests.
I don't want it dying on me. They do use this to pay attention sometimes to make sure the stream's running properly.
Now, this is the icon for the Beast Temple, which is our final destination.
Okay, now that we've confirmed what our mission is, let's be on our way.
Wait up, Asta. You forgot one more thing.
One thing. Using this transporter to return to town after completing an area's mission. It will also get a healing function called Platform Rest, which allows you to, once in the area, use it to when you're low HP and SP.
Okay, this time let's really get going.
If you're unsure where the Beast Temple or the altars are, press back to check the map. Oh, that reminds me. I think there was an option that lets me have it so that it looks like PlayStation button. But I think that's in the main menu.
Nice! We found an altar already.
Because when it comes down to opening chests, since I always play this game on PlayStation, I visualize all controllers as a PlayStation controller, so whenever I see the Xbox buttons, it's like, that's weird. What do I do? Even though it's basically the same shit.
Once the battle begins, the battle area spreads out like this. The battle area is surrounded by the battle fence, so it's virtually impossible for anyone to escape.
The only way to escape from a battle is with an item called a smoke screen.
Asta and I don't have one right now, so we'll have to fight it out.
Alright, I have to actually press a button this time.
Hey, you're not too
And
bad.
then later, and I think in the other games, you can just press it once, keep the button pressed, and he'll just keep attacking.
Not
I
so
think.
difficult, huh?
Yeah, keep it up.
That's it. Just continue fighting like that.
Let me open the chest.
That was nothing.
Sometimes treasure chests on top of altars will contain symbol fragments, needed to open the Beast Temple. Remember to search the treasure chest after defeating the monsters around the altar. Collect 3 symbol fragments by opening the treasure chest on altar. The symbol fragments are used to open the temple gate. Search for the treasure chest on top of the altar. Acquire the first symbol fragment. Head to the next altar to the east. Check the map for directions.
All right, we found another altar. I'll teach you about using skills to attack.
This'll be quick.
You didn't teach me about sneak
Regular
attacks, though.
and combo attacks are just simply normal attacks. Skills enable you to do much more damage to your enemies.
Skills are powerful attacks that require SP, skill points. To perform, press Y to open the main menu and select skills to open that skill list. Skill trigger is a shortcut by performing skills. For performing skills, press the right block to open the skill trigger.
Okay, what you see here is the skill trigger menu. Do you see the 4 panels? You can press the button that corresponds to each panel to execute the different arts.
Now try it out by using the arts. Gale Blade.
Gale Blade!
All right, perfect.
The skill trigger is not just a shortcut.
It can also be used to stop enemy attacks, or it can be used to interrupt one of your own.
Aren't you forgetting something important, EO10? There is an even more important use for the skill trigger.
Of course I haven't forgotten. You're talking about Rengeki, right?
Attack an enemy until it is surrounded by blue and purple rings. Use the RB to use the skill trigger now. Favorite action is triggered when Rengeki is used or other conditions are met. It raises the morale of your party members and will allow you to execute more powerful attacks. Condition your favorite action vary with each party member.
There you go.
Very well. Shall we let him play as he wishes?
That's a good idea. All right, Haseo, it's all up to you now.
Skill trigger will appear above the target's head when the skill trigger is used. It is not possible to use items or skill until the gauge fills up and RB appears.
Well, that's that.
Search the treasure chest. Acquire the second symbol fragment. This is the final altar. Remember what Ioten and Axa have taught you and acquire the item inside the treasure chest.
Slow!
I think, if I remember correctly, in all 3 games, the voices for the Rengeki changes. She just stole my kill. Symbol fragments have started to shine. The symbol fragments join together into the judge's symbol.
Yeah! Awesome job! Alright, let's finish off by heading for the Beast Temple.
His voice sounds
Okay,
familiar.
now use
I mean,
the map to
obviously,
check your
I've played this
position,
game a lot
just
of
like we
times,
taught
but
you.
his voice actor, I mean. I wonder what other roles he's played. I know Haseo is Yuri Lowenthal. He's played Sasuke in the English dub of Naruto. He is also what's his face? Spider-Man in the recent Spider-Man games. Let's go around the place first. I know that in this case in particular, there's nothing here, but it's a habit that I'm not gonna lose anytime soon. Time for one of the best cutscenes. Like,
This is a statue of Folset, the god of law. We just call it the Beast statue. But I think in the game's story, it's supposed to be an important god or something.
God or
See
something.
that treasure box? That's the offering to the Beast statue. There's a rare item inside of that you can only get in this area.
Go
That's a
ahead and
lie.
open it, Haseo.
You sure?
Go ahead, you're still a noob. You need all the help you can get.
I believe like 99.9% of the items you get in these treasure chests you can actually find somewhere else. And what's funny, you can't even use that.
Thanks. Huh? What the?
The items in the treasure chest are your rewards.
Yes, and our reward is you.
I love taking out these pathetic noobs. It's really quite fun. Face it, an idiot like you isn't qualified to play this game.
Hey, hold on. I thought you said I could kill this one. Don't you remember? After all, this is my reward!
I love great swords in this game. I love them so much.
Nice try, dear.
How pathetic.
Well, what do you expect from a noob who's just logged in for the first time?
Ugh, come on, say something already.
Hello?
I swear, just pretend to be their friend, and they fall all over themselves to let you PK them. Hey, you're still around, aren't you, kid? Huh?
Eat shit. Yeah. This is one of my favorite lines from the entire franchise, probably. To this day, I quote this next line.
Welcome to the world.
Love it! We're pregnant. Wait. Sorry. So much has happened in 8 months.
Please help me!
What an idiot! Ha!
The terror of death!
It's Haseo! The PKK!
What?
I just realized I'm playing 2 games with Liam O'Brien. Because we're also playing Darksiders. Fucking love the design of those chain broadswords.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be that strong. I guess this means that the rumor about you killing 100 PKers wasn't a lie after all. Hey, come on, don't look at me like that. Here, let me apologize. So just take it easy, calm down, and die!
Eat shit.
Do you know Tri-Edge?
What did you say?
He's a legendary PK shrouded in blue fire. They say players that get killed by him never come back to the game.
Huh? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you actually believe that crap. Those old forum fairy tales. So, you think you can go up against me, the great Bordeaux, and just walk away like nothing happened?
It's great because they don't show her head. It kind of makes me think like he literally just chopped off her head. Unfortunately, it's a game, so they probably don't do that, but...
So it's you. You, the character that stinks of death. The terror of death. You're the PKK, Haseo. Players who kill other players are disgraceful. And I agree it's terrible how PKs can just strut around the world so easily these days. But is it right that you PKKs have chosen to use brute force to stop them?
Yes.
I don't have time for this. Not now.
You have no authority,
If
and it
Batman
earns you
kills
nothing.
the Joker,
So
he
why?
saves many
I am the
lives.
leader of Moon
That's
Tree's
all I'm
Unit
gonna
2.
say.
My friends call me Sakaki, and I'm afraid I cannot overlook your actions.
Did you say Moon Tree? What's that? The name of a guild? Sorry, Sakaki, but I've already got enough friends. Thanks.
Do you always interrupt people like that? You know, Sakaki wasn't finished talking to you yet.
Shino.
Atali, do you know this person?
No?
Atali.
It's not unusual to meet players with similar characters in an online game like this. Just a case of mistaken identity.
Hey, you. Why don't you just... Huh? A text message. Delta Hidden Forbidden Waterfall. Waiting at RK Keln. But who sent it? Ovan!
Just hold on a moment. Why don't you stop acting like a complete fool? Remember what you PKKs are trying to do. If you succeed, you'll be no different from the PKs themselves.
That is wrong. Well, I mean, in this case, yeah, maybe it's the same. But not really, though. I don't know. I am a firm believer of if you kill the killers, yes, the number of killers technically didn't go down, but the number of people who die does go down. So I think it's justified.
Ovan!
It's been a long time, Haseo. Or maybe I should call you the Terror of Death. You've gotten quite strong, a lot stronger than you were back then.
Well, I was forced to become stronger, thanks to you. You, where have you been?
Haseo, always the reliable one. I knew I could count on you.
When the Twilight Brigade broke up, why didn't you come then? What have you been doing the last 6 months?
I was busy. It was such a small seed. I needed to find out what was growing inside. And there was only one way to find out. That's why I decided to raise it.
You raised it? What are you talking about, Ovan?
I'm speaking figuratively.
When you suddenly disappeared, we all just... Why did you disappear like that? After that, Shino...
Haseo, do you want to know about Tri-Edge?
Wait, you know Tri-Edge?
6 months now, and Shino hasn't come back to the world since Tri-Edge killed her. Meanwhile, the real-life Shino is lying in a coma, and no one seems to know the reason why. Tri-Edge. He is not a normal PK.
So you knew about Shino?
Yes, but that's all that I know. But if you were able to find Tri-Edge, you might learn something about Shino's coma. You may also learn more about what really happened that day. And if you were somehow able to defeat Tri-Edge,
then maybe Shino would come out of the coma.
If my information is correct, he will be back today, at the scene of the crime.
The scene of the crime? You mean...
Delta Hidden Forbidden Holy Ground. The place where Shino was killed.
The Hul Gran's Cathedral. Yes, finally. I'll get my chance. I swear I'll bring Shino back. I'll do it, Ovan!
Yes. You and I. We're the only ones who could possibly bring her back.
We're the only ones. Ovan?
I'll meet you at the Holy Ground. There are some things I must do.
That, I think, is the only thing that kind of bothers me a little bit. How integrated the anime is from this game. Or if you don't watch the anime,
He will be back today.
You don't know
At the
what
scene
happened
of the
during those
crime.
8 months.
Tri-Edge is coming here.
Now, I don't mind it too much, but it's really hard to explain to some people. I recently saw a list on Twitter where it was like, watch this amount of episodes, play this game, this amount of episodes, read this manga, and so on and so forth, and it does get very convoluted if you try to follow everything as it's supposed to.
They say there used to be a statue of a girl here.
A girl?
That's right. She was called Aura.
I wonder, why'd she disappear?
Who knows? Maybe she just lost her interest. Lost hope for this world.
Place.
What's that sound?
This is such a badass moment.
Tri-edge? You bastard! Damn. What the hell? What the hell are you? This guy killed Shino. It's not over yet!
Now this is tragic. Something like this done to a character where you've already invested so much time, so much shit, to have this happen. First time I played, I didn't notice that at the end. Reboot complete.
Huh? What the? I was fighting Tri-edge, but then...
Continuing process.
Damn it, I can't remember.
System reformatting complete.
Huh? I don't remember doing that. Reformatted? What's going on? What about my emails?
Mail data not found.
What the hell? I would never delete these. They're all gone? Even the emails I got from Shino. Everything's been reformatted. What the hell is going on? An email? Fine, let's take a look. Ovan?
There are two paths before you. One of these will lead to safety and shame. It is a path where you give up the world and never log in again. The other path leads to peril and pride. It is a path where you continue the world, pursue your search for the truth. Let me be blunt. The later path is tortuous and will threaten both your mind and body. Once you have chosen it, there will be no turning back. If you still choose to walk this path, then there will come a time when you and I will meet again in the world. When that time comes, I will once again say this to you. Welcome to the world.
Trial and truth. Whether or not I should quit the world? You should know better, Ovan. I'm gonna go back to the world. And then, I'm gonna get Shino back, no matter what.
So one of the really cool things that really made me fall in love with this game is, well, obviously, we're playing a game within a game. We're not gonna watch this thing. I just wanted to get rid of the new notification thing. So one of the things I really enjoy about this game is how we don't get to explore the real world, but we get all this information from the real world. The Ministry of Health and Labor and Welfare announces today that according to the latest Japanese census, the number of ubiquitous families have surpassed 70% of the population. Ubiquitous is a Latin-based word meaning present everywhere. It refers to the third generation of computers. The first generation was mainframe, one computer per household, and the second was a personal computer, one for each family member. The current third generation uses a computer on a daily life and has become almost as natural as eating. We can connect to the internet without effort or even conscious thought, everywhere, anytime. Home electronics are now managed by a personal home server, and we are able to connect to watch over everything, from content of our refrigerator to the temperature of our bathtubs, programming TVs into our HD recorders, and even checking if our doors are properly locked from any terminal anywhere, including our cell phones. Furthermore, progress made in voice and handwriting recognition has opened up computers to be more active, flexible methods of working, and users are no longer ruled by a strict list of settings managed by a machine. While it comes as no surprise that most active members of the ubiquitous families are in their 20s, what is surprising is that the next largest group is made of senior citizens. The Ministry reports that the main reason for this is the added simplicity such connectivity allows the elderly in managing their homes. Again, this game is from 2006. I believe that by 2006 we still didn't have all of this being a thing yet. Like, now this is very common. But having everything connected to the internet was not a thing. Phones were barely able to connect to the internet back then, if I remember correctly. Some people have said in a flash, the world was gone. It's been nearly 2 years since the largest online game ever, The World, with over 20 million copies sold, was taken offline. It was around this time that CyberConnect Japan, hereby referred to as CC Corp, had a fire at their headquarters. As the extent of the damage caused by the fire, which wiped out all of the world's data, became increasingly apparent, CC Corp's leader held a rather somber press conference. The game program, character data, and cyber data were all reduced to ashes, and what was left was drenched in water used to put out the fire. This happened soon after the striking of break-ins, which meant the usage of Megafloat had just been stopped. All backup data was in the company's headquarters. Online data has been recognized as property for many years now, but unlike antiques, jewelry, or other tangible objects, the moment data is damaged or disappears, it loses all its worth forever. Even now, the voices of those seeking their lost property can be heard, but CC Corp refuses to budge from their unwavering attitude. It is gone and it ain't coming back. Now, 2 years since the incident, there still appears to be no end to the discussion about online data, personal property, and protection, even with the imminent release of The World R2. I believe R2 means Revision 2. Second iteration of The World. Death by gaming, a worldwide epidemic. Incidents of players dying from playing online games for too long are increasing around the world. In most cases, players died from a heart attack due to extreme exhaustion after playing a game for over 30 hours straight. One college student was enjoying a game in an internet cafe and he suddenly collapsed. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The student was a well-known player in the online game The World, and was reportedly leveling up his character in preparation for a title match in the arena, the online series of gladiator-like battles. There have been also incidents of players dying from too much excitement after losing an arena match, placing greater focus on the problem of online game addiction. This one we don't really need to read, because I believe the video.
In the old days, when people thought of an online junkie, they envisioned someone locked in their room, glued to their computer 24 hours a day. But today, due to radical improvements in mobile devices, network games can be enjoyed outside and have given rise to a whole new breed of online junkies.
Well, it doesn't read everything, but it's a very good summary of everything here.
The supersonic passenger jet, ASST, which can attain speeds of over Mach 3, has been officially commissioned. As a result, the amount of time it takes to fly from Tokyo to New York has been shortened from 14 hours to just 4 hours.
Dude, that'd be great. I don't think we have that yet. So far, everything else they've mentioned, I think is a real thing. That's so far the only fake thing.
Display your world. For business or for entertainment, the new M2D Micro Monocle display now on sale. Once you're freed from your mobile, the net opens up in front of your eyes.
CyberConnect. I'm a hero. These are the words written on a sketchbook found in a young boy's school bag. The recent outbreak of juvenile delinquency is said to be the effect of video game, according to experts. Games have far better graphics compared to novels and comics, and games are interactive. It is easy for children to see themselves as the protagonists of their favorite games. It is a dangerous phenomenon. For example, what happens if a child were to play an extreme action game and begin to believe that he was the game's main character? He could possibly act in real life the same way he would in the game. It frightens me to just think about the consequences of that. There are several cases of parents of both game-influenced assailants and their victims suing game companies, claiming that they are responsible for making their children into criminals or somehow responsible for their child's death. However, game companies respond by saying, "We have implemented perfectly good rating system for our games, and no one is allowed to buy them without proper identification." Perhaps the ones who are truly to blame are the parents who allow their children to buy such games. Bingo! A friend of one of the victims had this to say: "You can't just blame the problem on one thing. It is more complex than that. Everyone involved has to share the blame. Game makers, parents, and even myself are no exceptions. We should all realize this and stop this pointless arguing. After all, it's not like arguing will help bring back what was lost." See, that's also a good way of thinking about it.
The Online Administration Act received a majority vote of the ruling party, meaning the adoption of the citizen numbering system seems to be inevitable. As a result, the process of converting to an electronic government has overcome its final hurdle.
That sounds dangerous.
With the participation of Japan and many other countries, the International Space Station, slated for completion in 2017, is nearly done. As large as a soccer stadium, this fully manned facility will be used for various types of research in a deep space environment.
Thanks. Oh, wait, there we go. CyberConnect Japan announces today that the popular online game The World, R2, has sold 12 million copies worldwide. CyberConnect's other products include The World, Fate Must Die, Person, and Kuru Kuru Michi. The World R2 is an online game set in a fantasy world where human and beasts live together. Players become world-renowned adventurers and travel around killing monsters and discovering the world's secret. As recently as a few years ago, The World As recently as a few years ago, shares in the world were at an all-time low due to the emergence of new developers. On top of that, the world was completely shut down after all data was lost in a disastrous fire at CC Corp headquarters. Amid the chaos and compensation issues that resulted from those events, CC Corp announced the sequel, The World R2. Most people deemed it a desperate plea for attention, and many analysts declared that R2 would fail miserably. However, the figures shown today have proven that The World is as popular as ever. CC Corp seemed confident. Watch us overcome the problems we encountered on our previous title. It seems everyone will be watching The World for some time to come. Dark side of the online generation. As soon as we called each other by our world names, I felt like something had gone away, said one of the young culprits to his lawyer. It's been 2 months since the incident in which 3 young boys took over the school faculty room. Currently, they live in a separate room while undergoing reform program. Only recently has one of the boys started to speak out about what happened that day. Even now, they continue to inhabit virtual reality, said a close source to the boys. They don't like to talk about school, and when they're asked about their families or friends, they reply only with the most basic information possible. The only time their eyes sparkle is when they're talking about the world. When asked who his best friend is, one boy replied with a Western name. If one were to then ask him if that is the name of his pen pal, his expression saddens as he responds, I don't have any friends in real life. One thing these boys can be said to have in common is the fact that they all completely remove themselves from the real world. They do not trust the real world. I told people online about my problems. In real life, no one would care about them. But online, everyone cares. My online friends are all so nice. They worry about me. They give me advice. I wish they were in real life like they were my life online. Although discussion about the effects of online gaming on young boys have been going on for years, public opinion has been moving against the games as more and more facts of this case comes to light. These boys know the reality, yet do not seem to understand it. What will they see when they return to the real world?
It was discovered that the 3 armed youths who were responsible for the recent school riot were devoted online gamers. Following this discovery, public criticism of online games increased sharply.
Early in the morning, 4 employees at CyberConnect Japan, hereinafter referred to as CC Corp, suffered electronic shocks while working to construct a company's server, and were promptly rushed to the hospital. All 4 were unconscious and in critical condition. CC Corp commented, "We are still searching for the cause of this tragic accident." Similar incidents occurred 7 years ago, when a number of employees monitoring a server were rendered unconscious. At the time, CC Corp was severely admonished for its lack of safety protocol, and as a result, introduced a TSN system into their headquarters. But accidents continue to occur. 2 years ago, CC Corp headquarters suffered a huge fire in which several of their employees were killed. These constant accidents, are prompting questions about the company's intentions regarding safety in the workplace. Price surveillance network system. 3 different AIs are set inside the company network.
After having suffered a huge fire in 2015, CyberConnect Japan's new home office has now been completed. Subsequent investigations determined that a spark from electrical equipment led to the blaze 2 years earlier, resulting in multiple deaths and injuries.
Baseball. The meeting about global warming. See, this one's get a little bit more interesting. A meeting was held this week in Kazakhstan, Central Asia about the greenhouse effect and cutting down greenhouse emissions such as CO2. Thanks to the progress made in carbon dioxide processing technology, the amount of CO2 released last year was down to 10% of what it was in the 1990s. However, the problem of global warming has yet to be fully resolved due to the expanding energy needs of former third world countries. Sure, blame the third world. "50% of parents support microchips for children." See, that's a good debate for now. Do you want a microchip? I almost said microwave. Please don't microwave your children. Would you microchip your children? Please don't microwave them. Oh god. Oh god. The belief that Japan was a safe society has long since been destroyed. And now, a new study reveals that 50% of their parents want to have microchips embedded in their children's bodies to prevent them from getting lost or kidnapped. Currently, the safety chip from Horizon Incorporated is being widely distributed. The chip's size is less than half of a grain of rice, and by scanning the area it's embedded, usually the neck, see, that's a good quote, actually. That's a very good quote. Thank you. Remind me to add that to the list later. With a special scanner, all the information contained in the chip can be easily downloaded. The chip costs $115, and a monthly fee of $10 is required to access and manage the database. I have a list of quotes. I think there's a command for it. I don't remember the command, though. I have to look it up. Once a chip is embedded, the embeddee can use it as they would a cell phone in order to get cash, buy groceries, enter passwords, and so on. However, yeah, I have to check for it. I don't remember right now what it is. However, the chip can also be used to look up personal history and/or criminal records, and pinpoint the embeddee's exact location using GPS technologies. Furthermore, it is also possible to use the chip to pay for train tickets and highway tolls, and to send information to a computer or cell phone by pointing it towards them. However, many children are strongly opposed to, and many people are strongly opposed to implanting chips onto children who are unable to make their own decisions, calling parents who choose to do so egotistical and invasive. There you go. It is egotistical and invasive. In response to those complaints, Horizon Incorporated developed a new model called the Guard Bangle, which is a bracelet with a chip embedded in it. But this option leaves itself wide open to theft, defeating the purpose of having one for safety purposes. Also known as an AirTag. Many teenagers desire to have one of those chips implanted for the cool factor. But in a survey of children who have had these chips implanted, over 80% say they regret it. It seems this chip have a long way to go before they'll be accepted by society. New GPS. Virtual Academy. Player killers and player killer killers. And Crimson Versus. And now for a mini-series within the game.
This is Salvador Aihara's Online Jack. We investigate the hottest controversies in today's news. The in-your-face, hard-hitting show. Welcome to Online Jack. Okay, get ready, all you netizens out there. Today's Jack target is Doll Syndrome. Have you heard of it? It's the mystery illness that's spreading like wildfire among grade schoolers. It causes verbal and mental defects that leave victims non-responsive. That's right, this disease turns children into lifeless dolls. Oh no! But we'll fight back. To combat this earth-shattering crisis, we at Online
Darkness
Jack
is good.
started an investigation.
It's a good show.
I, Salvador Aihara, will save the world!
But it's missing a Japanese Brazilian
It's
man.
called doll syndrome, a truly mysterious illness. Some scientists tell us the cause is endocrine-disrupting chemicals, but what I want to showcase here is this book. Internet games are turning our kids into dolls, a warning about doll syndrome. Taichiro Sugai, a professor from Takayama University, wrote the book and lives here. According to his book, doll syndrome's root cause is none other than online games. Online games, famous games such as The World, perhaps. I love them too, but he says that online games and their more than 12 million participants all living out their virtual dreams are the cause. You'll remember that several years ago, the World game was found to be responsible for players being put into a coma. Could it be that it's also causing the dreaded doll syndrome? Are these online games nothing but a blight upon our society? If the professor feels that way, then let's see what he has to say. Let us begin the interview.
The newest episode of Darkness has a contestant that speaks multiple different languages. Oh!
What do you want? You know
Oh, it
how
speaks
late
a
it
different
is?
language. Okay. That means they're getting close to being great.
Hey there, I'm the host of Online Jack, Salvador Aihara. I have a few questions about your book. Online games are turning our kids into dolls, a warning about doll syndrome. Huh. Can you believe this guy? Open up, Professor Sugai. We want to talk to you.
You've just come to make fun of my book, haven't you? Get away from here!
If you don't explain yourself on camera, sir, you'll make yourself look even more suspicious.
I don't have to explain myself. All I did was publish the results of my own independent research.
How you say independent research, but isn't it true that your sources themselves are questionable?
Not as questionable as you.
Well, then prove to us that your sources are credible. If you do, we won't bother you anymore, Professor.
Go! Give me a break. Who would believe you? And another thing, I'm an associate professor.
Okay. Well, we were turned down by Associate Professor Sugai, but to follow our own independent research, we went undercover into the very elementary school that Sugai was investigating. This
edition?
is the elementary school where Associate Professor Sugai
Damn,
was
that's next
conducting his
week.
study on doll syndrome. Is a killer disease stalking the children of this ordinary elementary school? Let's take a look.
I already forgot about that.
Hey there, boys and girls. There's no need to fear. Salvador Aihara is here.
Who are you? We're in the middle of class.
Oh, what is this vision of loveliness that graces our presence? Hello, senorita. You and I can save the world together. Viva Salvador!
Get out of here, you creep!
Here we are in the teacher's lounge. I haven't been to one of these since the days when I used to peep under girls' skirts.
If you want to film in here, you need to get permission first.
But the whole purpose of the show is it's undercover.
You entertainment people have no decency.
You're so beautiful when you're angry.
Stop that. What are you investigating?
Doll syndrome.
I don't know
Miss
if I'll add
Michiru
that.
Tajima, teacher of 4th grade class 1.
Although it would make life easier if I do my own custom playlist. To be continued. And then there's also all the community forums here. Like, this first bit has so much to read. But I'm not gonna go through these right now. I'm gonna wait a minute. Because this is already a very front-loaded first hour. Although it would also be good to just get this out of the way, so that the rest of the time can be just regular playthrough. But I don't think I'm gonna read everything. Because, again, it's a lot. But the existence of the PK system, my 2 cents, I disagree, but there's so much. This is important because this gives you area words. Am I ever going to use those area words? Probably not. But the fact that I can have them because they're here, and I don't have to do anything for it, is great. I like this guy because his name is Omrice with that W, and in the game, a lot of people call him Butt Rice because the W for Om looks like a butt. That's one of the things I really like about this game. The way there's like a whole world inside of the game. Like, the characters interact, they make fun of each other, they joke around. They reference one another. It's great. It's almost like it's a real online community. And then they talk about those news that we just read. Age limit. I don't remember what this one was. Microchip. I'm talking about how they want a new VR headset. Oh wait, I forgot the last one. And then this one down here, the last one is probably... Oh wait, there's two more. There's the rumors. This one who talks a little bit about things that happened in the anime, and a dungeon that we encounter at the end of what was the last game. And then this one gives you a lot of different artwork that you can use for your desktop background in the game. Which is really cool, the fact that you can actually change that. And it's really fun because a lot of them are like really crudely drawn. There are some that are really cool, there are some that are like drawn by people who have clearly no talent. But they're more talented than people who rely on AI. Because at least they actually try. And again, a lot of these are people that you actually can find in the game, or you interact with them in other boards, which is really, really cool. At least for me, it's really cool.